We finished the threshing, and now we're going to winnow our flaxseed. The winnowing is an ancient process. It involves separating the seed from the chaff. Traditionally, and this goes back thousands of years, seed could be tossed into the air, the wind, and we have quite a bit of wind today. We actually blow the chaff away, and then you can collect the seed off a sheet, for example. What we're using today are screens. We have actually two different type of winnowing screens, two different sizes. One has a screen large enough for the seed to fall through, but will trap the larger particles, pieces of pod, things like that. This will be the initial screening, the initial cleaning. And then we have a winnowing screen with a smaller mesh. And the idea is that the seed on this one will stay on top of the screen, and the dust and smaller particles will fall through. This should give us as good cleaning as we're going to get. It doesn't really have to be that clean if all you're going to be doing is replanting the seed. Taking the seed to a linseed oil mill, you would really want the seed to be as clean as possible. During the 19th century, and I think even in the 18th century, there were winnowing fans or winnowing mills. They were basically a large machine with a hand-turned fan, which would create the wind, and you would actually put your chaff and your seed at the top. The wind created by the revolving blades of the fan would blow out the chaff, and the seed would fall down to a tray where you would actually pull out your clean seed. Most historic farms, living history farms, have a fanning mill like that. There was even a machine that combined the threshing and the winnowing into the same mill. They were very rare, and typically they were powered by, not by hand, but by a single piston gas engine, for example. The first part would actually thresh the seed pods, and then the mixed seed and chaff would fall into an area where wind created by the rotating fan blades would actually blow the chaff out the front. We've worked with one of those too, and they are actually quite remarkable. But we're going to be doing something today that you can simply do right at your house. This is all we've got from our crop. This is it. This is our crushed seed pods, our threshed pods. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to shake it, and a lot of stuff is going to fall. A lot of fine plant residue, and the seeds will also fall on the ground. What's left in here are the larger bits of the pod, and this is junk. Okay. In this screen, what's left in the screen is going to be the junk. So we're basically going to set that aside, and then we're going to prepare to use the second screen. If I take some of this matter here and blow on it, what's left in my hand will be the flat seed. And a few little bits of stone. Now we're going to try our second sifter, grain sifter, and see what we get. I'm going to put our much cleaner flat seed plus residue in. We're going to sift it. Now I said that the seed would stay on the top of the screen, but I'm not sure about that. In fact, the seed is so small this year that it's actually falling through again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as a finer screen, but not for the seed to stay in top. We're going to use it so that the more of the plant residue will stay on top. Now set that aside. Now what we have here is seed and very fine residue, and at this point you can blow on it. You could bring out an electric fan. You can wait for the wind to come. You actually toss it in the air and let the wind blow it away, the chaff, or you can create your own wind. We're going to see how this works. This is simply an old linen sheet. We're going to try and make our own air. But we're cleaning the seed and winding up the dots at the same time. All right, let's see what we've got here now. There's not much over there. The heavy seed, and there's not much of it. The viable seed is right in front of me. This is a pathetic amount of seed to replant. You might get one decent sized flower pot's worth of out of here. Again, it just shows you what we've been saying all along, is that our field is basically dead in terms of nutrients. And it can't even, the plants were stunted to begin with, sparse, and basically incapable of producing much in the way of viable seed. And frankly, you don't want to continue this line anyway, considering how stunted it's been. So, there you have it. This is our viable seed for 2011. This will make our 2012 crop a little small. So, I've never been able to hold an entire year's crop in one hand before. This is some sort of dubious achievement for sure. Anyway, we will keep this and we'll do something with it. And next time we're going to be taking our flat straw, our green straw, and we'll show you how to do ret, and we'll show you how to water or pond ret. Thanks now. Take care.